Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel here at True Reality Life, where we talk about, learn, and grow from the true realities of the life around us. So as I started last episode, I really want to start this episode and every future episode with just some deep breaths. We can just do 2 or 3 deep breaths together just to get us in the right headspace for this episode coming up. So let's start. We'll do a deep inhale and then a deep exhale. Preferred in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay. All right, that always makes me feel so much better to go into today's conversation. If you didn't catch our last episode, feel free to go watch that now. That was all about what exactly is mental health and why it matters. Jumping straight into today's episode, we're going to go over 5 small, simple, daily habits that you can start today to start working on your mental health. And when I mean simple, nothing that takes an hour out of your day. These are very doable habits that you can start right now. You can even start the first one off with your deep breathing that we just did, just to refresh your day. Whether you're in the middle of your mental health journey or right at the beginning of it, this is for you, okay? These 5 habits can be started at any point in your mental health journey. And like I said, it is a journey. It is not a destination. It is not, mental health is not, oh, I achieved mental health and we're done. This is something you work on throughout your life every single day. So here are some 5 habits. I'm just going to list them out to start off with, and then we'll dive right into each one of them. Okay, so first would be to practice some meditation or mindfulness. So even starting out with that deep breathing we were just doing. Next, we're going to talk about journaling our thoughts every day. Just getting up and moving is the third one, moving your body. Fueling your body correctly, what we put into our body and surround ourselves with. And then setting boundaries with technology will be the last one that we get into here today. So going right into habit number 1 that you can start today is just taking 5 minutes. It can even be 3 to 5 minutes to just be still and be present with yourself. A good habit to start this with is doing that deep breathing just to get in the right headspace, because we do have a lot going on around us. Even amidst the chaos, you can take 3 to 5 minutes, whether you're on your couch, in your car. You don't have to be sitting crisscross. I prefer it, but you don't have to be sitting crisscross or doing the whole meditation that people stereotypically think of when they think of meditation. It can literally be you sitting in your bed, sitting on your couch, pausing the TV for a second, on your drive to work, just taking a few minutes to just be present with yourself. This means trying to alleviate all of the sounds around you. So putting your phone on do not disturb, turning off the TV or pausing it, turning off the radio if you're in your car, trying to just have a minute, like if your kids are sleeping or your husband's at work or whatever it may be, or you're getting home from work and you just want to sit still and be with yourself. It's a matter of connecting with your mind and just being self-aware of, how am I feeling right now? How do I feel about today? Like, what emotions are going on? What hormones are going on? And just trying to turn off some of the chaos, because in everyday life, we tend to just jump from one thing to another, and we don't take the time to really be in tune with ourselves. We're pleasing other people, or we're trying to alleviate our own stress, or just taking care of our kids, our families, our jobs, our habit, everything that we're trying to organize up here, and it stresses us out. So taking 3 to 5 minutes out of your day to just sit and be with yourself is a good habit to start today. It doesn't take much time at all. Like I said, it doesn't take an hour out of your day. It literally takes a few minutes, and you can do this every single day before bed, whenever you first wake up, even in the shower sometimes, of just being there in the hot water, or if you take a bath or whatever that may be. And even better practice is to do it outside. If the weather's good, to just reconnect and get that fresh air or sunlight that your body may be craving. So a way to do this is literally, you can sit there and just take some deep breaths. And what I like to do is kind of think about my senses, my 5 senses, and just think about, like, what do I feel right now? What do I smell? What do I see? What do I hear? What's the last sense? Whatever the last sense is. What are your 5 senses? Just to stay in tune with your body, to turn off all the outside noises. And you will be so surprised how this reset can just cause you to relax a little bit, to just relax your shoulders, relax your eyebrows, like all of these things, get rid of some of that tension. It only takes a few minutes. So you can start that today. Don't sit there and think about who's judging you, who's watching you. Literally just be with yourself, reconnect with yourself, get to know yourself a little bit more, because in everyday life we forget that we're the person that matters the most. We're supposed to know ourselves the most, but a lot of times our own bodies and minds are the ones we're most disconnected with. So just take a few minutes today to stay in tune with yourself, okay? Those few minutes literally can reduce your anxiety. It can help you focus going into our next task. And overall, it just regulates your nervous system. So it's not just down to turning off the thoughts. It's literally like regulating your nervous system and getting those hormones that we talked about previously under control. Especially if the rest of your day feels a little bit like chaos and there's a lot going on and you just feel super overwhelmed. This is a simple habit you can start today. So that's habit number 1. So mindfulness, meditation. Jumping straight into habit number 2 is along the same lines, kind of, which you can kind of follow it up right after, is journaling. So journaling your thoughts and feelings. So you can take from habit number 1 of mindfulness meditation, of really being in tune with yourself and what do I think, what do I feel, what emotions are going on with me right now, what's bringing me stress in my life. Then you take it a little step further and you can write these things down just to get them out of your head, because a lot of times what happens is we get so stuck in our heads. I have a really bad habit of this, where I'll sit there in a circle and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to get this done today. I feel so overwhelmed about this. Or like a couple weeks ago at work, something super stressful was going on. So I literally couldn't sleep because I just kept going in circles of what could I have done differently? What can I do differently? How can I grow from this? How can I get other people to grow from this? Like, what can I do to provide leadership and all of these things to my coworkers and things like that? But I just couldn't get out of this loop and it just kept me awake. So taking the time to like even text it to somebody or writing it in your phone in notes. But the best way to do it is literally taking a pen to paper and writing this down. Like, it doesn't have to be this long sprawled out thing. Just say, I feel anxious. I'm worried about what's going to happen at work tomorrow, or I have a big meeting or a presentation or a test or whatever it may be that's going on in your life right now, that you just get it out of your head. And you would think something so simple, you're like, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. It's like some tiny little thing. The second you write it down, your brain will thank you, because that's one less thing that's sitting there circling, and you get it down on paper and it's almost like letting go of it, or at least like taming this issue. So instead of letting it run wild, it's there in blue, black ink, print and paper, like it's there written down, away from you, away from your brain, to where you won't forget about it because it's written, but you can also take a second to just get it out instead of holding it in. What can you ask yourself every day, which is kind of what we were talking about, it's what am I feeling right now? What has stressed me out today? Where has my headspace been focused today? And you can kind of write these things at the top of your journal and literally take 2 to 3 minutes. It does not have to be an essay or a long thing, because I feel like that deters a lot of people. Oh, I have to fill up this whole page. No, you can get even like a little notepad, and every day just take a few minutes to just write down what you're feeling and how you're feeling. And you'll see over time that getting these things out, after even a week, you'll see your mindset change a little bit. You'll go back and reflect and be like, oh my gosh, look at where I was. Look how much I've grown. So it's really just helpful to alleviate some of that emotional pressure that you feel in your head, to have to hold on to all of these little things and remember all of these things that, oh, I need to get this done and this done and this done and this done. Or, oh, this is making me feel anxious. But it's staying in tune and then putting it on paper to where it's not up here and stressing you out as much anymore. Okay, so habit number 1, mindfulness meditation. Habit number 2, journaling those thoughts and feelings that you may come in tune with during that meditation. And they don't have to be at the same time. They can be at different points in the day. So don't feel obligated that, oh, I have to set aside 10 minutes for XYZ. You don't have to. This is your day, your daily habits. These are just things that you want to try to start now, to integrate into your everyday life. So jumping straight into habit 3. This one could be a little more time consuming, but it's totally up to you of how extreme you want to go with this. So this one is literally just moving your body. Get up and move. It does not have to be going to the gym, because I'm definitely not doing that. I used to once upon a time, but it does not happen anymore. Does not have to be going to the gym. Does not have to be a 30-minute exercise, walk, whatever. Like, no. Like, literally go check your mail. Or go outside and, I don't know, if you have a garden. I have a garden, so I can go outside and garden. Even doing like self-care things. Like today, I woke up not feeling the best. My throat is kind of itchy. It's just that time of year. Everyone wants to get sick right now. And it's making its way to our household. But I woke up not feeling the greatest and really fighting, wanting to do this. But I'm here, I'm doing it, pushing through. But just, I went and showered. I got up because I was scrolling and I was like, no, get up, go shower, it'll make you feel better. So I got up, showered, did my hair, my skincare routine, like got dressed for the day instead of staying in my PJs. I'm still very comfortable, as you can see, but I changed outfits, made coffee, all of those things, and I feel better. Like, I do. Just getting up and moving, it releases those hormones that we kind of talked about in the last video, with the dopamine, the serotonin, other endorphins in your body, that of just like getting up, moving, getting your body exercising. And like I said, if you can get outdoors, that's even better. During any of these habits, if you can go outdoors, get that fresh air, get the sunlight, it does help the release of those different hormones in your body to make you just feel overall better. This doesn't even have to be like, oh, well, my legs hurt, or like me, I'm like almost 8 months pregnant and don't want to go on a walk because I walk right down the street and I will start hurting, which I've done before. But don't push yourself too much. Know what your body's capable of. Listen to your body. Be in tune with your body. That mindfulness meditation, it's all a big circle. Be in tune with your body to see what you're capable of, because sometimes it may just be stretching, and even stretching in bed. Doing a stretch, reaching for your toes. You feel tight in some area, just stretch it out. Do some twists, something. You're cooking dinner already, turn on some music and dance around. Just something to get yourself moving. And it's so fun because my daughter pushes me to do this so much. She's, what is she, 14, almost 15 months old now. She loves to dance. So every time I'm cooking, we'll turn on music and she'll just sit there and dance. And so it makes me want to dance with her, which always makes me feel so good. It may seem like something so simple. And it really is. Like, it's wild how many of us get in this bad habit of sitting and being a couch potato. And trust me, it is so much easier just, sit and watch TV and eat snacks on the couch and all of the things. Trust me, like, I've been there. I do that. Like, I'm not perfect. These are just things to try to break those bad habits that we've created, which we'll talk about how to break those bad habits. But today we're just talking about good habits. But just getting up and moving, something so simple. And a lot of times, one of my things that I preach is literally inertia of the human body, which, if you don't know what inertia is, inertia is like a body in motion will stay in motion versus an object at rest will stay at rest. So like, whenever you're in a car and you slam on the brakes, but yet you keep kind of moving, that's inertia in play. But I love to apply this concept to mental health and physical health and all things health and well-being, because if you're going to be a couch potato, it's going to be so hard for you not to be a couch potato, because a body at rest is going to want to stay at rest. It's going to take some real genuine effort, which I'm asking just a little bit from you today, to get up off of that couch and do something. So a lot of times once you start doing something, though, you'll continue doing things. And that's something we'll get into in a later episode, which gets me so excited. But it's literally like getting up and doing 1 minute of something, getting up, go to the bathroom, or getting up and doing anything, stretching, checking the mail, something to just get your body moving instead of sitting there, will make you feel so much better and often encourage you to keep doing some more things. But I'm just asking you to do the first step. Get up and move. Just move. Okay? So that's habit number 3, to get up and move your body. Now jumping right into habit number 4, is what we fuel our body with. So what we're putting in our body, usually food and drinks. So like today I didn't feel good. I was tired. My throat hurts, like all of these things. So what's the easiest option for me is to just eat cereal for breakfast. I try to give my daughter a little more than I feed myself, which is good for her but bad for me, because I give her yogurt and fruits and eggs and all these things, and I ate a bowl of cereal, and it really was not giving me the energy that I needed. So what did I do? I jumped right to a cup of caffeine, which is also not the best option. And I kind of noticed, man, I really just still feel drained. Like this isn't helping me. So I jumped in the kitchen, I ate some fruit, and I do feel definitely some more energy from that. But it's wild what you put into your body and how it affects how you feel, how it affects your mood. So think about if you go eat fast food. Not saying if you get a salad, or if you're getting like the greasy burgers with the fries or fried chicken or anything, like my husband has got me to indulge on so much more lately. But after you eat that food, you kind of feel heavy. You're like, I could just sit on the couch and watch a movie. And I just want to be a couch potato. I want to feel like you literally just become a blob. You feel tired. You want to take a nap. You don't feel like, let's get up and move. No, you feel kind of drained. And that's the opposite you should feel after eating something, right? So you should be at least starting to be mindful of what you're putting into your body. I'm not asking you like overnight change and do all of these things, but maybe a way to integrate this habit into your life is just thinking about, okay, what's one healthy food I can eat during each meal? Or how can I drink more water today? And sometimes with me, I have a really bad habit. What gets me to drink more water is to buy a really cute cup that I like and put water in it, because then I'm like, look at this cute cup. And I feel good carrying around my cup, and then it makes me drink more water, which my husband gets mad at because I have a lot of cups, but I also have a lot of mugs. I love my drinks. So that is something that I do. I'm not saying every time I need to drink water, I go buy a new cup, but it does help me to have a cup that I like, and kind of switch out between them. So just try to think about every day, right? You go to the grocery store, you're buying foods. What's one thing you can buy that's healthy for you that might give you energy? Another fruit, a vegetable, something that's energizing. Waters, something with electrolytes for drink purposes. Trying to stay away from the sugary things that even if you do like, oh, well, I didn't drink that extra cup of coffee today, or, oh, I didn't drink that sweet tea, I got water instead, or whatever it may be, to just be one thing every day that you're improving. You're taking out the bad and you're adding something good. But that's just something simple, and that takes 5 seconds usually, right? It's just a choice. Do I really need this honey bun right now, or should I eat a yummy piece of watermelon or cantaloupe or something healthier, the yogurt instead of the, I don't know, ice cream? But just think about that. So habit number 4, fueling your body with the right things, food and drinks. Okay, guys. All right, so jumping right into habit number 5. Ooh, this is a big one. This is a big one. Habit number 5 is probably one of my most important ones, but also one that I struggle with the absolute most, and I know most people in America or in the world struggle with this as well. Habit number 5, setting boundaries with your technology. Y'all, my phone stays attached to me. It is with me 24/7. It is my lifeline. It is everything to me. Like, first thing whenever I wake up, I check my phone. Before I go to bed, I put my phone. I started reading more, but I'm reading on my phone. Like, I would die without this, like most people. Which is a good but bad thing technology can be. But I definitely want to dive into this a little bit and just talk about setting boundaries with our technology, even if it's for 5 minutes a day, putting your phone down, putting it on do not disturb, no notifications, because our phones know, I don't know if you notice, the second you put your phone down, notifications start going off. And that's literally to tune in to our brains and how they function, of we want to, oh, what was that? What was that from? Like, I don't know if you've ever put your phone face down and it starts going off notifications and you just can't stop looking at it. You're like, oh my God, I want to check that. I want to know, somebody texted me, somebody calling, somebody like posted something, like I want to check that. It's literally like tooth and nail, like how kids are with Christmas presents. Like, oh, I want to tear into that. I want to see what that is. And that's for a reason. They do it on purpose. But I need you to take this challenge with me and start this daily habit of even 5 minutes of turning your phone on do not disturb. So setting boundaries and whatever that may look like to you, because maybe you have a sick family member and you can't put it on do not disturb, but at least putting it in another room for 5 minutes, or trying to like drink a glass of water before you pick up your phone in the morning, or okay, I'm going to the bathroom, I don't need to bring my phone with me, or something like something that you can think of that you can integrate to set that a healthy boundary with your phone, with technology, instead of watching TV, going outside. And that can tie in with any of these habits. Of most of these habits are like thinking away from technology. So even those 5 minutes of mindful meditation, not having your phone with you will be very helpful to that habit. And then it's knocking both of them out at once, okay? So that doesn't mean to delete all of your apps, throw your phone out the window, do anything drastic, but maybe limit yourself. Or I know a couple months ago I downloaded an app that like every time I open social media, like Facebook, Instagram, those kind of social medias, this app will put a pop-up on my screen and say, do you really want to open this app? And it'll say, take a deep breath, and it does a big inhale and big exhale, and then it's like, are you sure you want to open this app? And you click yes or no, right? So it really makes you think about, before you're getting into that app, do I want to get lost in the scrolling for the next hour, or do I want to try to do something more productive? So that was something that I integrated, and it helped a lot to try to just get me to think about, because sometimes obviously I still press yes because I'm trying to get updates on family or whatever it may be, or I just want a break and I'm scrolling. We're human. We can't stick to everything all of the time. But just a matter of being mindful of that. Those are our 5 habits for today. Let's go over them real quick. Just a quick recap. Habit number 1 is just to be present by doing your mindfulness meditation. Habit number 2 is writing out your thoughts and feelings through journaling, just to stay in tune with yourself and keep track of it, get it out of your head. Habit number 3 is just getting up and moving your body, stretching out your arms, your legs, getting some energy flowing through your body. Habit number 4 is fueling yourself properly, giving yourself the nutrients it needs to keep going, to not just be a couch potato. And habit number 5, setting boundaries with your technology. Our phones are the top culprits for that one. But you can start small. Today, I ask you to just pick one. Maybe pick one of these habits that you may be able to integrate today, right now, and go do that. And then maybe tomorrow you can build up to 2 habits, or next week you build up to 2 habits. And by the end of the month, you're doing all 5 of these habits every single day. And that's exactly what a habit is. It's building up to doing these things daily, where it becomes routine, where if you're not doing them, it feels weird, right? You want to build up these habits, which we'll talk about in a future episode of how to build habits. But going forward, I think next week I really do want to dive into more of these boundaries with technology, and how technology and mindless scrolling is destroying our mental health. It really is. And I'm not expecting perfection. I just want to try to give you some tips and tricks on how technology is affecting our mental health, and how to prevent that, how to put some additional boundaries in place so that we can get away from the technology that is literally controlling our lives. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes here with me today to talk about our 5 daily habits you can start to improve your mental health. And I look forward to you joining us next week to talk about how we can set some boundaries and stay away from our technology a little more, to be in tune with our everyday lives despite the chaos that is going around. Until next time, take care of your mind, be kind to yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, friends.